Hello and welcome back again to the daily portion of German. This is the third segment on Bernard Greenhouse. I should say the fourth segment for Thursday. And his dates are 1916 to 2011. He was an American cellist and one of the founding members of the Beaux-Arts trio. He had one of the very few musicians to have a chance to study with Pablo Casals, the very famous cellist from 1946 to 1948. And he's known for his technique, but also much more for his inspiring passion and the depth and the variety of his sound. So this paragraph is very well written, and it's interesting to go through to see. It's actually criticizing some players for not having a sort of a deeper feeling. Can you see the marks there, Chris?
Yes, I can.
So Chris is our guest speaker with us today, and as I read the sentence, he'll repeat after me, and please repeat with him to get a sense of the sound, and then I'll ask him questions and think in your own mind as to what the answers would be as we piece together the meaning of these. Okay, so here we go. Just reading aloud. Es scheint mir, dass Künstler das Streben nach Vollkommenheit verloren haben. Everybody?
Es scheint mir, dass Künstler das Streben nach Vollkommenheit verloren haben.
Great. So shine actually very close to the English word to shine, to appear. So this appears to me. This is the dative. We mark the dative off by carets. And then das introduces what kind of a clause, Chris?
A subordinate clause.
Good. And the telltale of the subordinate clause is the verb comes at the end. It's also reversed with the conjugated verb here, and then either the infinitive or the past participle. So that artists have lost, and then what's the direct object?
Direct object is streben.
Yeah. Now streben is an infinitive. It means to strive for something. And what is the effect of it? What does it mean with a capital S?
That would mean that it's taking the gerund format.
Exactly. So it means the striving toward. So and then nach is toward here. Okay, this means perfection. So you want to just translate that first little section there up to the comma?
Sure. It appears to me that artists have forgotten the striving for perfection.
Good. And going on. Und ich meine das nicht in Bezug auf das Instrument. Go ahead.
Und ich meine das nicht in Bezug auf das Instrument.
Good. So meine means to mean or to intend, and so and I mean I do not mean that referring to the striving. In Bezug auf, what case does that take after that?
That's the dative case.
Well, it actually takes the accusative in connection to, sort of, in connection to the instrument. Okay, let's see. You want just that second half of the sentence? And I mean, and I do not mean?
Sure. And I do not mean with respect to the instrument.
Good. So he's obviously thinking about the manner and the feeling that the musician has as opposed to the technique with the instrument itself. Going on. Ich war als Juror bei so vielen Wettbewerben. Go ahead.
Ich war als Juror bei so vielen Wettbewerben.
Good.
Wettbewerben.
Good.
Sorry.
That's okay. Saß da und hörte mir vielleicht 40 Cellisten an.
Saß da und hörte mir vielleicht 40 Cellisten an.
Good. So where's the verb starting with this sentence right here?
War.
Yeah, ich war.
Ich war.
So I was as a juror, and notice that the J's are pronounced like a Y, so we say juror, or I was as a juror or as a judge, at so many, Wettbewerben is competitions. This is, wette means to wage or to bet something. So I was as a judge at so many competitions, and going on, saß da und hörte mir. So where's the first verb before this und?
The sauce.
Yeah, actually, ich should be repeated again, but it's not there. It just means, and this is a strong verb because it changes its vowel from the present to a past tense. So the three principal parts are sitzen, from which we get sit, saß, gesessen. In fact, it's very close to the English because we say sit and sat. So sits and saß. So we get the actually transition as a strong verb in English directly from how the German forms its past tense. So I sat there, and what's this on doing, Chris, at the end of the sentence?
That's a separable prefix.
So it goes with hörte. So I hörte mir, which means I listened to. Perhaps 40 Cellisten. And we do, this is normally pronounced as a hard C, but with the word cello, taking from the Italian, it's pronounced softly. So mit vielleicht, I listened to perhaps 40 cellists. Going on. 40 Mal war ich verblüfft. Go ahead.
40 Mal war ich verblüfft.
Über die
Verblüfft.
fantastische Technik.
Über die fantastische Technik.
So where's the verb?
War.
Good, var. Now, verblüfft is just flabbergasted or amazed or astonished, and it's just a past participle serving as a predicate adjective. I was astonished regarding the fantastic, just like the English word, technique, also like English. You know, every third word in English comes directly from the German side, and 2/3 of the words in English come from the Latin side via French into English. Okay, so, and I was amazed regarding the fantastic Technik, die diese jungen Spieler auf der Bühne bei dem Wettbewerb zeigten.
Die diese jungen Spieler auf der Bühne bei dem Wettbewerb zeigten.
Good. So here's a relative pronoun. What's the antecedent of die?
Technique.
Good. So this is and it takes its form from the three determinants: the gender and number of its antecedent, and the role that it plays in the subordinate clause. It happens to be playing as the direct object here. So what's the verb in this from here all the way down to the period?
Siegten.
Yeah, zeigten. So
Sorry, zeigten.
that's okay. So this is in relative clauses, as you know, the telltale of those are that the verb floats out to the end of the clause or the end of the sentence, as it does here. Who, which these young players, this happens to be the subject, showed, here's the verb, and here's the direct object, actually, in this relative clause, which these young players showed on the stage at the competition. Okay, let's see. 40 Mal, just translate 40 Mal, these two sentences, starting from 40 times, all the way down to Zeiten.
40 times I was flabbergasted at the fantastic technique which these players demonstrated on the stage at the competitions.
Good. So as you translate these and analyze these sentences, notice that Chris nicely picked up the verb first in this relative clause, which these players demonstrated, etc. Okay, going on. Sie sind fabelhafte Instrumentalisten. Go ahead.
Sie sind fabelhafte Instrumentalisten.
It's kind of funny because in this long word here, I mean directly from English, you have you have instrumental, you have an accent here and you have an accent right here, Instrumentalisten. Going on. Aber sie gehen nicht über das Handwerkliche beim Cellospiel hinaus.
Aber sie gehen nicht über das Handwerklich beim Cellospiel hinaus.
Good. Remember the EI is always like I, so beim Cellospiel house. And by the way, what is this a contraction for, Chris?
By them.
Good. Okay. So they are fabulous instrumentalists, but they, referring to the instrumentalists, and where's the verb complex in that next part there?
Uh, Gehen hinaus.
Good. So Chris nicely picked up this several prefix, which goes with gehen. Gehen by itself means they go, but hinaus means they go beyond. And then they do not, so they do not go beyond. And here, referring to they, so they do not go beyond that which is purely handwork, bowing technique uh, in the case of the playing the cello. Okay, going on. Ich habe große Schwierigkeiten, everybody,
Ich habe große Schwierigkeiten,
Ihnen begreiflich zu machen.
Ihnen begreiflich zu machen.
Good. So where's the verb in the first part? It's very simple.
Habe.
Yeah, let me just again try to highlight just the sentence that we're working on at the moment. Good. Okay. I have great difficulties, plural. And then where's the complementary infinitive?
Zu machen.
Zu machen, to make understandable to them. Here's the dative. Begreiflich, to make understandable. Greifen actually means to grab. So begreiflich is a sense of being able to grasp or to grab something. To make it understandable to them that, and then let's read this. Dass jeder Mensch eine Stimme, einen Verstand und eine Seele hat.
Dass jeder Mensch eine Stimme, einen Verstand und eine Seele hat.
Good, eine Seele hat. Nice word here. Seele. So here, these are Stimme, two-syllable word ending with e. 90% are feminine words, just like you have here, Seele, the soul, two-syllable with a e, a feminine word. And Verstand, however, is masculine. That's why it's einen. So notice that the indefinite articles have to have a form that are appropriate or may change depending upon the gender of the nouns. Okay, that every human being has a voice, an understanding, and a soul. Okay, going on. Diese letzten beiden Sprossen der Leiter, everybody?
Diese letzten beiden Sprossen der Leiter.
It's kind of funny. This means the rungs of a ladder, like a ladder that you put up against a wall to climb up, to climb up a tree or to paint something. So these last two rungs of the ladder, i.e., the understanding and the soul, then going on, die zu großer Kunst führt,
Die zu großer Kunst führt.
fehlen fast immer.
Fehlen fast immer.
Okay, here you have a subordinate clause between which always which leads to great art, and then where's the verb then up to this comma?
The führt.
Well, no, this is in the relative clause, so it's
it's the fehlen.
Fehlen, yeah. So they are missing, like they are missing. So these last two rungs of the ladder, i.e., understanding and the soul, are almost always missing, i.e., the ones that lead to great art. And going on, und für mich sind die meisten Spieler, go ahead.
Und für mich sind die meisten Spieler
nicht über die technische Perfektion, go ahead.
Nicht über die technische Perfektion
auf ihrem Instrument hinausgekommen.
Auf ihrem Instrument hinausgekommen.
So let's see, and going on from right here, this point here, a little bit messy. Where's the verb complex?
The sind hinausgekommen.
Great. Okay. They have gone beyond. So, and that's obviously nicht is negated here. Hinausgekommen, a verb of motion conjugated with a verb to be. So in this case, and for me, i.e., from my perspective, most of the players, meisten Spieler, have not gone beyond the technical perfection on their instrument. Okay, let's see. How about just translate from here down, just to put this together, this second part. I have great difficulties, and translate the rest of that slowly for everybody.
Okay. I have great difficulties making them understand that every person has a voice, a comprehension, and a soul.
Okay.
These last two rungs of the ladder, which leads to great art, are almost always missing. And for me, most of the players do not go beyond the technical perfection on their instruments.
Great. It's actually singular on their instrument. Maybe I made them. Okay, great. So thank you so much for tuning in. We got through that in 15 minutes, a little bit longer session. The next section will be nice and short and crisp. So thanks so much for tuning in and talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.